Live camera hooked back up at the Oregon Historical Society, and coming our way right now, we're going to get an introduction on this new exhibit from Mr. Kerry Timchuk, who of course is the director of the Oregon Historical Society. And Kerry, good afternoon to you, sir. It's Rod Hill in the studio here. I can see you have a big crowd, it looks like, already.
Hey Rod, good to see you. And
yeah.
Great crowd this morning. We opened at 10 o'clock. We are free all day today on Martin Luther King Day, and we've already had probably 300 people come through, and we're expecting a great crowd. Tell my friend Secretary of State Richardson to bring Governor Dom on down.
Yeah, Governor Dom, you're invited to the Historical Society. We just got the invite. Now, tell me, are there a handful of, I'm going to use the word significant figures that really led the march toward equality here in Oregon back in the 60s as well?
Well, there are, and really one of the things in this exhibit here, Rod, is that the fact that people thought the civil rights movement didn't need to happen here in Oregon. That was all down south, that we were way ahead of the game here in Oregon. And as this exhibit makes clear, and as history makes clear, that wasn't true. Portland and Oregon had a very checkered past in dealing with civil rights and equal rights. And it wasn't until the civil rights era when leaders like Ron Herndon stepped forward, Margaret Carter becoming the first African-American woman elected to the state legislature, Avell Gordley, Charles Jordan becoming elected to the first African-American city commissioner. When these leaders started to press for equal rights and civil rights, and it really tells the dramatic story here of Portland in the 1960s and 1970s.
So, Kerry, did we in fact have black and white lines drawn, if you will, here in our state at one point?
Well, I mean, you go way back to 1857 when Oregon adopted the Constitution, its first state constitution. That constitution banned all black people from living in Oregon. Now, that was never really enforced because the U.S. constitutional amendments enacted under President Lincoln rendered it moot, but it stayed in the Constitution until the 1920s. Imagine sending that statement, where in our Constitution, all black people were banned from living in Oregon.
So, Kerry, I know this is a learning opportunity for people to come to the Historical Society and see this exhibit. I want you to I want to know if I go, I'm going to get educated, but do you think I will leave feeling good about the place I live in after I tour the exhibit?
I do. I think you'll be educated and inspired. I mean, the lesson of this exhibit is, one, we've come a long, long way. We've made tremendous progress, especially in the last half century. But I think you'll also leave knowing, especially with what's going on in the country today, there's still work to be done. We still have work to do to remove every last vestige of discrimination. And so you'll leave, I think, educated, but you'll also leave inspired to make a difference. And what better thing to do on Martin Luther King Day than to think of public service and being inspired to change the country.
Anything that I might find surprising about the exhibit, or if not, what really caught your eye when this was set up?
Well, I just love to see there is a book actually signed by Dr. Martin Luther King in there. Just kind of seeing his signature, especially on this day, brings it all home. It's also interactive. There's a little place in the exhibit where you can build your community using words like diversity and safety, and you can build what you think a good community should have. And kids have really been enjoying doing that. There's lots to see and do, and of course, besides the exhibit here, the whole museum is open today with our other exhibits as well. So again, we're free all day today to everybody. We're free every day, of course, to all Multnomah County residents because of the Multnomah County levy, but a great day to come on down and experience some history.
Kerry Timchuk, thank you very much. Live for us at the Oregon Historical Society. And the exhibit runs through, it's called Racing the Change, runs through the 24th day of June. So we have some time to get out and enjoy. And again, as you point out, it's free to Multnomah County residents all the time. So thank you, Kerry, very much. Again, Dr. Martin Luther King. Oh, you're welcome, sir. Always good to see him. He's a friend of our show.